Well, welcome everybody. Welcome to our live concert called Jazz and Bossa Around the World. This is a live stream. It's a free concert that I'm doing, but it's hosted by the Ukulele Kids Club. That is a wonderful organization that supports music therapy in many hospitals around the world, and they also donate ukuleles to children so that not only are they able to get music therapy in the hospital when they're sick, but they also get to take their instrument home with them and continue to play their newfound passion for the ukulele, and this can jumpstart their an aspect of music in their lives and the healing properties of music that can continue throughout their recovery. So it's great. Oh, hi, Moses. Wonderful, wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for tuning in from Hawaii. That's fantastic. Welcome, everybody. This is great. And you can see we've got Sam Hashold in the chat from the Ukulele Kids Club, who's going to be putting in links and such to help people who, if you would like to help support the Ukulele Kids Club Hawaii. But before we talk more about the Kids Club, let me get started with some music. So this first song that I'm going to do for you is one that my mom used to sing to me when I was a little girl. And she would pick me up and swaddle me and wrap me in a towel after the bath and hold me up to her cheek. And this song is called Cheek to Cheek. And it's by the wonderful Irving Berlin. All right. Heaven, I'm in heaven. And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, for I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Heaven, I'm in heaven, and the cares that hung around me through the week seem to vanish like the gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. I would love to go out fishing in a river or a creek, but I don't enjoy it half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. And I'd love to climb a mountain and reach its highest peak, but it wouldn't thrill me half as much as dancing cheek to cheek. Come on and dance with me. I want my arm about you. The charm about you will carry me through to heaven. I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak, for I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing, out together dancing, out together dancing cheek to cheek, cheek to cheek. Oh, hi, Teco. Hi, Chantel. Wow, we've got such a wonderful international crowd tonight. This is so exciting. Danielle. Hello, Danielle. Oh, that's wonderful to see you. So we've got Moses in Hawaii and Teco in Tokyo and Chantel in Australia. This is really a wonderful... Hi, Ashley. This is awesome. Great to see you guys. Wow. I love seeing all these familiar faces. This is wonderful. I just can't wait for us to actually be able to meet in person. So let me know if you find that the balance between the ukulele and the voice is okay. I hope that everything is okay from your end. Just let me know and I can adjust. All right, now I'm going to switch ukuleles because this is a tenor ukulele made by the wonderful Luis Feo de Mesquita. And I'm going to switch to my baritone, which is also made by the same luthier. And this instrument is actually an 18-inch tenor ukulele that I have strung up as a baritone, and I find it works really well for me because I like the smaller scale of the instrument because of my little hands. Okay, so this tune is by Antonio Carlos Jobim. And I'm just going to, I apologize that I have to tune my ukulele. There is a heat wave happening right now in Ottawa. And I don't know what it's like where you guys are, but it is really hot here. And what that means is that I had the aircon on until the very last minute in this room. And as soon as I turn the aircon off, of course, the strings expand. The law of thermodynamics. So the strings expand and change their tuning, so that's why I have to retune. Okay, so this tune is by the wonderful Antonio Carlos Jobim, and it's called The Girl from Ipanema. Olha que coisa mais linda, mais cheia de graça. Ela menina que vê que passa no doce balanço, caminho do mar. Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o seu balançado é mais que um poema, que a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar. Ah, porque estou tão sozinha. Ah, porque tudo é tão triste. A beleza que existe, a beleza que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Ah, se ela soubesse que quando ela passa, o mundo inteirinho se enche de graça e fica mais lindo por causa do amor. Moça do corpo dourado do sol de Ipanema, o céu balançado e mais que um poema, que a coisa mais linda que eu já vi passar. Ah, porque estou tão sozinha. Ah, porque tudo é tão triste. A beleza que existe, a beleza que não é só minha, que também passa sozinha. Ah, se ela soubesse que quando ela passa, o mundo inteirinho se enche de graça e fica mais lindo por causa do amor, por causa do amor, por causa do amor. Gail. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much. I see Gail has donated already to the Ukulele Kids Club. Thank you so much, Gail. That's so appreciated. I really appreciate that. And the Ukulele Kids Club is let me just show you a few pictures. So what I did was I went on their Facebook page, and I was so impressed by so many of the success stories that that they have. Let me just see if I can get this up here. Is that going to work? Oh, yes, there it is. So I just made a collage of all the different, this is just a sampling of some of the happy children who have received ukuleles from the Ukulele Kids Club. And what I loved in particular was this lovely quote from one of the music therapists who said that, you know, that one of the children's dads had said that this was the first time that they had smiled through their stay in hospital, that was the power of music, and that's the power of the ukulele to bring joy to people. So I thought that was so lovely. I just wanted to share that with you because you can really see how much joy these instruments bring to children in need. So let me just take that off the screen there. Okay, and I see that there's a donate button, which is very nicely pinned there to the chat. So if you do feel it in your heart to give something today for the Ukulele Kids Club, please consider it. One of the things that I wanted to share with our Canadian viewers in particular, since I'm based here in Ottawa in Canada, is that the Ukulele Kids Club does operate here in Canada. In fact, they have donated ukuleles to 10 different children's hospitals in Canada, including the BC Children's Hospital in Vancouver, the Montreal Children's Hospital, as well as Sick Kids in Toronto. And so those just a few of the ones that they've been giving ukuleles to. So let me proceed now with another song. This is a song that this is one of my own songs, an original song called Winter Eclipse. And I wrote it about 10 years ago when there was a lunar eclipse that took place in February. So for those of you familiar with Canadian winters, you will know that February winters are pretty dire. And I was living in Guelph, Ontario at the time, and there had been a cold streak. And so we stayed up for hours to watch this lunar eclipse, because lunar eclipses take a lot of time. They don't happen quickly, not like a solar eclipse, which is over and done with in just a few minutes. If you really want to track the moon and in all of its different phases of the eclipse, it can take several hours. And so we were outside wrapped up in blankets, sitting in the snow. And my friend kept running inside and making us hot toddies to keep us warm during the cold of watching this eclipse. But it was worth it, and the beautiful color, the reddish color that the moon turns was just spectacular. And then just when we thought the moon was at its most beautiful, a neighbor came out. I assume that they were also trying to look at the eclipse, or maybe they were wondering why we were sitting out there, what we were up to. Anyway, they came out and turned on their porch light, which, just blinded us temporarily. So that's the story behind this song, and this song is called Winter Eclipse. Is peeking through the treetops. She paints blue patterns on the ground. Knee deep in a snowdrift, I wait up while you pass hot toddies around, round, honey and whiskey and lime. Passing the time, passing the time. You've planted lawn chairs in the snowbank. We balance gingerly in place. The night holds the promise of romance. Just us in the vastness of space, space. Twinkling stars in their grace. spinning through space, spinning through space. I know it's exciting to stay up. Apart from the cold, it's bliss. We don't want to miss this winter eclipse, but really I must insist on blankets. At last, Earth's shadow seems to sneak up. The moon, she bathes in amber light. Mid-pour, you stop talking and look up. You're right, it's a marvelous sight. Bright light from the rusty red glow softens the snow, softens the snow. I know it's exciting to stay up. Apart from the cold, it's bliss. We don't want to miss this winter eclipse, but really I must insist on blankets. At last, Earth's shadow seems to sneak up. The moon, she bathes in amber light. Mid-pour, you stop talking and look up. You're right, it's a marvelous sight. Bright light from the neighbors next door. Turn off the light, turn off the light. Turn off the light. So that was the story behind Winter Eclipse. Teko's saying, oh, yeah, hi Neil. Neil's there. Hi, Neil. It's great to see you. Teko says, we saw an eclipse at Strathmore. That's so true. I remember that. That was amazing. They stopped all the workshops, and it was in the middle of Strathmore Ukulele Festival, and they stopped the workshops that were happening so that they rescheduled everything so everybody could rush outside and watch the solar eclipse. I think it was an annular eclipse. I can't remember. Or maybe it was partial, but it was still pretty spectacular. I remember that. Hi, Mary Jane. Great to see you. Hi, Susan. Oh, it's lovely to see many familiar faces. This is wonderful. Let me see about the next song. And forgive me, but I am going to check again on my tuning because you see that B string is a little sharp. Just because things are they are heating up in here. There we go. All right. Okay, sorry about that. It's live. All right, this next song is a wonderful Mexican tune by Natalia Lafourcade. And this is one of my favorite tunes from one of my favorite artists out of Mexico. It's called Soledad y el Mar. En el canto de las olas encontré un rubor de luz. Por un canto de gaviota supe que allí estabas tú. Despidiendo últimamente todo lo que sucedió. Hoy saludo mi presente, gusto de este dulce adiós. Voy a navegar en tu puerto azul. Quisiera saber de dónde vienes tú. Vamos a dejar que el tiempo pare, ver nuestros recuerdos en los mares. Y esta soledad tan profunda
que en el canto de las olas me quisiera sumergir, embriagándome en su aroma, algo nuevo descubrí. Voy a navegar en tu puerto azul, quisiera saber de dónde vienes tú. Vamos a dejar que el tiempo pare, ver nuestros recuerdos en los mares. Y esta soledad tan profunda que me cante el mar, un bolero de soledad, que me cante el mar, que ando sola con soledad, que me cante el mar, un bolero de soledad. Soledad y el mar.
Oh, hi, Linda. Oh, it's great to see you. Hi. Yay. Thanks, you guys. I'm glad you're enjoying the music. It's great to see you guys. I feel like we have a wonderful virtual community, and some of you, I feel like I know you even though I've only met you virtually on Zoom or at a great distance. So it's amazing how this pandemic has managed to bring us together in spite of our huge kilometers of distances. Yeah, I really hope we all get to see each other in the flesh. All right, I'm going to swap over again to the tenor ukulele. But thank you so much. I thank you to all of you who have donated to the Ukulele Kids Club. That's really wonderful. And for those of you who have just joined us, this is a concert that is in support of the Ukulele Kids Club. And I believe you have a donate button in the chat that you can click on if you're enjoying the concert and you're enjoying the music. That's a wonderful way of showing your appreciation to this beautiful organization that provides children with ukuleles. I think before I get started on the next song, the other thing that I wanted to mention was that the Ukulele Kids Club has recently donated its 10,000th ukulele since it was founded, which is kind of mind-boggling when you think of it. So there are 10,000 children whose lives have been made happier by the organization, and that was just a lovely, lovely statistic. This guy has stayed in tune despite the change in the weather. The change in the weather will keep us together, so I can honestly say that's not the song I'm going to do right now. I just suddenly thought about that. Okay. All right, this next song is another one that my mom used to sing to me when I was a little girl, and it's called Mona Lisa. And I've always adored it in its many versions, but I think the version that we're all most familiar with is the classic version recorded by the wonderful Nat King Cole, who's one of my favorite jazz singers and jazz pianists, double threat. All right, so this one I'm going to dedicate to my parents. I think they're watching, although I know they don't have Facebook accounts, but I'm sending this one out to them. This is called Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with the mystic smile. Is it only
because you're lonely, they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in your smile. Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is that your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a sad and lonely, lovely work of art? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is that your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a sad and lonely, lovely work of art? Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa. Yay, Mona Lisa. Yay, Nat King Cole. Oh, hi Sylvie. Bonjour Sylvie, comment ça va? Oh, je suis vraiment ravie que tu sois parmi nous. Bonjour Coco. C'est génial. On a une belle composante de Canadiens et de Québécois et d'Ontariens. C'est génial de vous voir. Merci d'être ici parmi nous. Really great to see you guys. Wow, what a nice lovely get together from all over the planet today. This is wonderful. So let me tell you another thing about, I mentioned before that the Ukulele Kids Club was on its 10,000th ukulele that they've donated so far. Well, they are, in honor of this, they're organizing a virtual 10K, which sounds a bit intimidating to me because I'm not a runner. But apparently, so I was talking to Sam from the Ukulele Kids Club, and she was saying that people can do whatever they like in 10,000 repetitions. So they can walk 10K, they can run 10K, they can play 10,000 notes on their ukulele. If you want to take part in the Ukulele Kids Club 10K, I think that Sam's going to put something in the chat about that. But it sounds like a fun way of getting some exercise and or some ukulele practice under your belt while also raising money for a good cause. So that sounds like fun. Oh, I'm sorry about that. It is so hot, really hot in here.
So I'm going to do this next song, which is another one that I wrote. I forgot to mention, by the way, that that song Winter Eclipse that I did before is available on my CD, my fourth album called Kiss Me Like That. I'm always forgetful about mentioning albums and things like that. But anyway, this next song is one in French. It's called Le Tourne Sol, and I wrote this one as well. And it is also on that album, Kiss Me Like That. And it's about, that album has an astronomical theme. And so this song, I decided to, I was growing sunflowers in my garden one year, and I thought to myself, how magical and wonderful that sunflowers track the sun, and that they spend so much energy rotating to face the sun all the time. And I thought to myself, what would happen if the sun fell in love with one of these sunflowers and was talking to the sunflower? So that's what's happening in this song. It's called Le Tourne Sol, which in French means sunflower. And this is sung from the sun's perspective, speaking to the sunflower. And I wrote it as a bossa nova. Approche, je ne te ferai pas de mal. Offre-moi ta main, je t'emmènerai là où les cauchemars s'effacent dans la nuit, loin de cette vie noyée sans cesse par la pluie. Viens, ouvre doucement les yeux. Sens-tu la chaleur de ma lumière? À toi de suivre les traces de ma lueur, laisse mes rayons percer ton cœur. Raconte-moi tes chagrins d'amour, tes larmes sécheront vite. Chez moi tout s'évapore lorsque je sors. Alors, approche, je ne te ferai pas de mal. Offre-moi ta main, je t'emmènerai là où les cauchemars s'effacent dans la nuit, loin de cette vie noyée sans cesse par la pluie. Viens, ouvre doucement les yeux. Sens-tu la chaleur de ma lumière? À toi de suivre les traces de ma lueur, laisse mes rayons percer ton cœur. Raconte-moi tes chagrins d'amour, tes larmes sécheront vite. Chez moi tout s'évapore lorsque je sors. Alors approche, je ne te ferai pas de mal. Offre-moi ta main, je t'emmènerai là où les cauchemars s'effacent dans la nuit, loin de cette vie noyée sans cesse par la pluie. Viens, ouvre doucement les yeux. Sens-tu la chaleur de ma lumière? À toi de suivre les traces de ma lueur, laisse mes rayons percer ton cœur. Laisse mes rayons percer ton cœur, pour que je t'échauffe de ma chaleur. Laisse mes rayons percer. Je vais Merci, Sylvie. Hello, Kenneth. Nice to see you, Kenneth. Wonderful to see you. Oh, wow. This is great, you guys. Thank you so much. And thank you for all of you who have been donating to Ukulele Kids Club. We really appreciate it. It's such a great organization. So thank you very, very much. And let me play another song for you now here. I have to swap. No, yes, I guess I should. Sometimes when I do my set lists, I'm thinking more about like keys and grooves and languages and varying, keeping things varied and interesting. But I'm not always thinking about how many times I'm going to have to swap between ukuleles. Let me swap again. I apologize. I'm just going to check. So this next song is called Sigh No More. And I'll just put that little ticker on there. And let me just tell you a bit about this while I double check my tuning, because this song does have a few open strings in it. So I want to make sure everybody's playing nicely with their neighbors. Oh, the heat is on. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. You're all going to be experts in ukulele tuning by the end of this. You're all going to be able to sing, "My dog has fleas," or "My dog has fleas." Okay. This next song is called Sigh No More, and I can't remember if I put the ticker on for it, so I'll do it again. I'm sorry. This is a song from my third album, which was called Songs of Sweet Fire, and it's an album that is all comprised of settings by poems and songs from the plays of William Shakespeare, for which I wrote original music. And this next song is from the play Much Ado About Nothing. And if you're familiar with the play, you'll know that the protagonists are Beatrice and Benedick, and they have a love-hate relationship. And this is a song that Beatrice leads the ladies in the play in singing, because she's saying, don't fret, ladies. Don't be surprised if men are inconstant. It's in their nature. So that's where this comes from. Sigh no more, ladies. Sigh no more. Men were deceivers ever. One foot in sea and one on shore. To one thing constant never. And sigh not so, but let them go, and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nonny, nonny. Sing no more ditties, sing no more of dumb so dull and heavy. The fraud of man was ever so, since summer first was leafy. Then sigh not so, but let them go, and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nonny, nonny, da-dum, da-dum, da-da-ya, da-da-da-dee. Bye.
Sing no more ditties, sing no more of dumps so dull and heavy. The fraud of man was ever so, since summer first was leafy, then sigh not so, but let them go, and be you blithe and bonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hey, nonny, nonny, converting all your sounds of woe into hay. Nonny, nonny.
Oh, Chantal says it reminds her of that very play. Excellent. Hello, Peggy. Peggy from Montana. Lovely. Oh, and Ken says that they sang a choral version of this in high school. That's wonderful. One of the things that's so great about writing music when I did that project, I had to carefully avoid listening to other adaptations as much as possible until I was finished with the project. But afterwards, it's just so rich. Every time you see the play, it's set by a different composer. The movies have wonderful renditions. It's so fabulous that his lyrics have stood the test of time. Although there is speculation that he didn't actually write all those lyrics, that some of them were folk songs of the period that he incorporated into the plays. But either way, they were well chosen. All right, I'm going to switch again because, oops, getting all tangled up. My apologies. Getting my cables tangled up. Neil and I were talking about who has the most spaghetti wires in our setups. And I think I put a picture on Facebook of my modest mess, but I didn't show the worst of it. But I think Neil wins the competition for best spaghetti junction for sure, because I don't have as many connections as he does. But that was pretty impressive. That was impressive what he had. This next song is a song that I recorded on my most recent album, which is called Future Perfect. And it is by the wonderful Maria Teresa Vera, a Cuban singer and songwriter from the last century, and it's called Venti Anos. And what it's about is somebody looking back with regret on their past relationship and saying, if we could do it all again, you would still love me the way that you did 20 years ago. And I would be different too. So I think we can all relate to that emotion.
¿Qué te importa que te ame si tú no me quieres ya? amor que ya ha pasado no se debe recordar. Fui la ilusión de tu vida un día lejano ya. Hoy represento al pasado, no me puedo conformar. Hoy represento al pasado, no me puedo conformar. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Si las cosas que uno quiere se pudieran alcanzar, tú me quisieras lo mismo que 20 años atrás. Con qué tristeza miramos un amor que se nos va. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad. Es un pedazo del alma que se arranca sin piedad.
So much drama. It's a very dramatic song, isn't it? I love the drama in that song. All right, let's just tell you a little bit more. Oh, hi, Claire. Oh, I'm glad that you're enjoying the song. Yes, I love the Buena Vista Social Club version as well. Absolutely. Amara Pontuondo is amazing. And I had the great delight of seeing her and Ibrahim Ferrer with the Buena Vista Social Club in Glasgow some years ago, many, many years ago. And it was absolutely thrilling because I think Ibrahim Ferrer was like, I don't know how old he was at the time, but he seemed to be in his 90s and he was like a rock star. So he pranced the stage and he was dancing and he was like Elvis Presley, like so energetic. And then I, fangirl that I am, I went around to the stage door at the end and waited in line to seek an autograph. And there were just a few of us there. And it was really interesting to see because he had given everything to his performance. And he was like a different man. When he came out, he had people on either side of him helping him, and he was climbing into a taxi to take a taxi to his hotel that was literally diagonally across the street, because he had just given all of his energy in his performance. But what an amazing, amazing performance it was, indeed. I guess I have a lovely sort of fact sheet about the Ukulele Kids Club that I wanted to just read a little bit about, because for those of you who are not as familiar with the organization, it is a registered 501c3 organization in the United States. So they're based in the US, but they give ukuleles around the world. It was founded in December of 2013 by Corey and Edda Bergman as a tribute to their son, Jared, who passed away from a viral infection at the age of 20. And their vision is to transform people's lives through music, and to improve the well-being of medically fragile children. through the use of music therapy and through the provision of ukuleles as a gift of music to them. The gift of an ukulele is a gift for life, after all. So yeah, I just wanted to share a little bit about the organization for those that are less familiar with it. So the time is zipping along here, and I think I am. Wow, it's gone by so quickly. It's already 8:20. I can't believe it. I think I will just do a couple more short tunes for you, and then we'll wrap it up. But I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It's been a real pleasure to have you with us. This next song is another one of my Shakespeare songs, and I'm just going to sing it a cappella for you because it's a very dear and sort of soulful song, and you know it has a somewhat universal theme, but it's still of its time, and it's from the play Twelfth Night, which was one of Shakespeare's plays that has the most music in it, the most songs. And so I ended up setting 4 of the songs from that play for that album I was telling you about. And this one is it's called Mistress Mine, and I will put it up. There we go. Got my little ticker thing there. I'll put up the ticker about it. There we go. So I just have to think about the key, because it's interesting. When I do this a cappella, I try not to find my key on the instrument because I try to listen to what my voice is telling me on that given day. There we are. Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting. Journeys end in lovers' meeting. Every wise man's son doth know. What is love? 'Tis not hereafter. Present mirth hath present laughter. What's to come is still unsure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure. In delay there lies no plenty. Then come kiss me sweet and 20. Youth's a stuff will not endure. So, well, thanks, Claire. Yeah, it was a fun night that night when we got to see Ibrahim Ferrer live. So I guess we're coming already to the end of the concert, which is amazing. It feels as though I just got started. I just got warmed up. But I want to thank everybody who's donated to the Ukulele Kids Club. We really appreciate it. I can't see, I'm not really, I guess I don't know what view I'm in, that I'm not really sure what we've raised. Oh, that's great. It looks like we've raised $200. That's fantastic. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, everybody, for your contributions tonight to the Ukulele Kids Club. As I mentioned, it says in this fact sheet that I'm looking at right now, there are over 220 hospitals supported across the world. And there have been 11,100 children who have been served who have been served until up to this year. And in this year alone, the Ukulele Kids Club has helped 1,500 children around the world, which is a fantastic statistic. I think that given this time of COVID, it's time for, it's such an uncertain time, and there's so much going on in the world. There's COVID, there's also the wars and bad weather and climate change. So we've got a lot on our minds these days, and we need to alleviate that. So I'm going to finish up with a song that is optimistic and hopeful. And one thing I realized I didn't do, which was to share my website with you. So sometimes people say, where can we get your albums, Diane? So I've got a little ticker that I can put at the bottom of the screen here. So for those of you who are interested in my music, you can find links to it at dianenalini.com. And anybody wanting to learn a bit more on jazz and bossa nova ukulele, I give workshops starting again in the fall. I've been on a bit of a break because I've been doing a lot of teaching at different ukulele festivals over the summer, and it was a lot to be getting on with, so I decided to suspend my own workshops, but I'll be starting again in the fall. So anyone interested in that, just check out ukuleleforjazzsingers.com and you'll see some different workshops starting up again in the fall. And you can subscribe to my newsletter, and I'll keep you informed about different workshops and just different pieces of news and stuff like that. So I want to thank all of you very, very much for being with us here today, and for spending your Thursday night with us, or your Thursday morning, or whatever time it is in whatever time zone you're in. It's just amazing to see you all and to connect with you all this way. I want to finish off today with the wonderful Stevie Wonder. And since I guess it's up to me, I just realized I have to end the stream after this. Oh God, I hope I figure out how to do that. Yes, I think I know how to do it. Excellent. I've never done this before, where I have to perform and also run the live stream at the same time. So forgive me if I'm a little bit divided in my attention. It's a lot to be thinking about right now. Okay, we're going to finish off with Stevie Wonder, and this song is called Don't You Worry About a Thing. Yeah, we all need that right now, I think.
Everybody's got a thing, but some don't know how to handle it. Always reaching out in vain, just taking the things not worth having. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, pretty mama, 'cause I'll be standing on the side when you check it out. You say your style of life's a drag and that you must go other places, but just don't you feel too bad when you get fooled by smiling faces. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, pretty mama, 'cause I'll be standing on the sides when you check it out. When you get off your trip, don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Oh no. Don't you worry about a thing. Everybody needs a change, a chance to check out the new. But you're the only one who sees the changes you'll take yourself through. Ooh, don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing, pretty mama, 'cause I'll be standing on the sides when you check it out. When you get off your trip, don't Don't you worry about a thing. Don't you worry about a thing. Ooh, Shabandi up about a day. Don't you worry about a thing, oh no. Don't you worry about a thing, no. Don't you worry about a thing, oh no. Don't you worry about a thing.
Well, thank you, everybody. It's been so great to connect with you. I can't thank you enough. It's just so lovely to see so many faces, some familiar, some new. But merci beaucoup à ceux et celles qui sont ici avec nous du Québec et de l'Ontario aussi, au Canada. And thank you to Moses in Hawaii and Teko in Tokyo and Chantel in Australia and so many of you based in the United States as well that I'm not going to name all your different states, but thank you for being with us tonight. Thank you for your donations to the Ukulele Kids Club. That your donations are going to be going to such a good cause to help children to bring the joy of music to children's lives. So thank you all very, very much, and I wish you good night. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Soledad y el mar.